Have you ever canoed down a babbling brook?
No, but I have cried at a Taco Bell.
Oh, same thing. Listen up, campers.
It's time to buckle up, pitch a tent, and take a hike.
Because Camp Counselors is a variety show.
So prepare for a good old-fashioned kumbaya,
Weird news
hot gossip,
and scary stories around the campfire.
so spooky.
Is this podcast even about camping?
No, but it is camp. This is Camp Counselors. Hey, happy campers! Welcome back to Camp Shady Birch.
Heroes work here.
First responders work here.
Because if I hear gossip, I am responding first.
All right. Week 43, and I am feeling so glee.
I am feeling so caffeinated. I feel like my hands are shaking.
Oh my God, we just stopped at a Dunkin', you guys. Okay, like I can't publicly ever say anything negative about Dunkin', and I will not. But I will say that the experience I had was very, very chaotic. We went to a kosher Dunkin' because we were in Long Island dropping off clothing, and we'll get to that statement in a minute. But they didn't have meats for my breakfast sandwich. I'm okay. I'm okay with an egg and cheese, but I need a little topping. So we had a ketchup, but that wasn't the drama. The drama was watching them slice the English muffin and put it into the little toaster. You're familiar with like the toaster train, right?
Yeah.
You slice and it kind of rolls and goes.
Yeah, of course.
So the first two dropped for my breakfast sandwich or your breakfast sandwich, whatever. And the second two were stuck.
In purgatory.
They're in purgatory. No, they're not even in purgatory. They're in straight hell because they're on fire.
Burning.
So I'm watching my food that's taking 20 minutes to get made. And now the second sandwich is on fire. And the woman is trying to grab the bread with the little tongs and she can't reach it. God, and you know it's hot. That thing is hot. So she calls the manager over and he's like, whatever. Oh God. So he goes to the back to get like a bigger pair of tongs. The entire Dunkin' Donuts is filling with black smoke at this point.
You guys send in the recon tongs.
So the guy comes out of the kitchen with these longer tongs and an old man is at the counter waiting for his food and he flags him down because he's upset that whatever he purchased on his gift card last week, the amount was more than what he paid for. And he has truly physical receipts to show it. He brought the receipts. He brought the receipts. So now our lovely manager at this Dunkin' he's confused. He's been taken off the beaten trail.
Yeah.
And the beaten trail is covered in smoke now. I'm like, okay, the old man with the receipts can wait a minute.
Yeah.
This Dunkin' is about to catch up in flames.
Seriously, this is uncharted territory for him.
So it was black smoke in there, and by the time that he ended up pushing through the rest of the English muffin, it came out the other little the slide, the classic Carnival aluminum slide. It came down it, and it was black. It was a hockey puck.
So he didn't give it to you, right?
No. They put another one in the microwave in the middle of that because that girl gave up and so that's the 7-inch I got because yours was a little toasted. Mine was just like soft.
I thought you were telling me that because all the while, you guys, I have no idea this is happening. I had no idea any of this was going on because I am passenger princess in the parking lot scrolling on TikTok.
I looked out because I was like in such panic of like what was happening in this Dunkin' and I looked over at you and you're giggling in the car. You're like
Cut
scrolling.
to me in the car. Can I get a ooh-wee?
Can I get a ooh-wee? No, it was chaotic and it wasn't even that good.
It was fine.
My coffee's okay today.
Yeah,
not everyone's going to be award winning, but
I already had a cup of coffee and I did not need another cup of Joe to be pulsing through these veins because I get a little shaky. And I'm fatigued from yesterday, you guys. Do you notice anything different about us?
Yeah, like pause the video for a minute and just get a good look. This is like an I Spy. I love those. No, we're not talking about that right now.
We cleaned our cabin.
We cleaned our cabin,
yes,
you guys.
we did.
From top to bottom bunk.
That's me. We took about 6 hours to do yesterday.
And we're still not truly done. We have a couple more like floor projects because when I clean, I personally clean from top to bottom. Seriously, like you start from the dusting at the top and you work your way down because everything's going to trickle to the floor. And for me, floors are last because that's where all the schmutz.
Yeah. Goes to a kosher place one time.
Yeah, and now I'm saying things like schmutz and mezuzah. I love it. No, we did clean. We cleaned well.
You're a strategic cleaner.
I am.
I just look at something and if it's dusty or dirty, I clean it. The rest of it, out of sight, out of mind.
I know.
I struggle with that, but you started before the deep clean.
Yes, I'll talk about this for a minute, you guys. So first of all, the start of our episode is just basically clean talk, you guys. We're talking all things clean.
Yeah, come on, gather around.
Come on, clean crew. No, I started my day off by decluttering my closet. So when I moved to New York, aka Camp Shady Birch, I already had done a lot of like clothing removal. in preparation of moving here.
Sure.
But I haven't gone through my closet and gotten rid of anything since I've been here.
Yeah.
So we have a trip coming up next. We'll talk about that next episode. But I was like, it's time for me to clean my closet out. So I spent like 2.5 hours going through all of my t-shirts, all of my jeans, all of my shoes, my socks, my underwear, and just getting rid of things that I don't wear. Because if I haven't worn it in a couple of years, I need to get rid of it. But I don't know about you, but I get really sentimental with certain items of clothing.
Like a t-shirt that you bought at Wisconsin Dells.
But yes, not that specific because I've never been there, but a memory associated with a t-shirt. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I miss this. And then it's hard for me to get rid of it.
I get it. I do get it. I'm sentimental about things. Yeah. For sure.
So I was like looking at a piece of clothing and I was like, oh, I remember like making this tie-dye bleach dye during COVID. But the thing is, I don't fit in that shirt anymore. And I'm at that point in my life where I'm no longer holding on to clothing
that doesn't
fit me anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like a hot little twunk anymore.
Yeah.
I'm in my cub era. I've gained a little bit of weight and I'm okay with it. And if I want to get slim thick one day and like lose it all again, you know what I'm going to do to celebrate? Buy new clothing. I'm not going to hold on to the stuff I wore 3-4 years ago. I'm no longer that girl.
We're going to have to go to the thrift store that we just donated to.
I know. I'm buying back all my clothing.
I was shocked by the one shirt you were wearing it 4 episodes ago in our Pride episode.
It was the Cher shirt.
The Cher shirt is null and void. It's gonzo.
I got rid of it because I'm growing. I'm a different person now. I'm no longer getting wider in the trunk, but I'm different. And I've been wearing that shirt since I was in my like early 20s. I've had it for years. And there's so many memories attached to that shirt, videos, friends. I've lived so much in that shirt. And you know what? I'm trying to move forward with my life. Mm-hmm. I want new memories. I want new clothing to create new memories in.
And you know what? Somebody's going to wear that shirt and they're going to look like the head bitch in charge. They're going to look at themselves in the mirror wearing it and they're going to say, HBIC.
That was a Target shirt. Would you believe?
Was it really?
I bought that Cher shirt at Target.
I had no idea. Does Cher know?
Yeah, she better have sold the licensing to that.
Oh, God.
All that to say, I dropped off 2 big bags. This is for you guys. So, guys, world record, okay? I cleaned my closet yesterday, and within 24 hours, those bags were already in a bin.
Which is nuts, because when we moved here to New York, not to Camp Shady Birch, I did the same thing, but way before we moved. I was like, okay, it's going to be spring. It was around the winter. I was like, what can I get rid of? And I put them in bags and they lasted in my car for nearly 3 months.
Yeah, so I think a couple months is like the national average. They usually kind of hide in the trunk for a long time.
And that's what it was. I didn't have an SUV. I had a sedan, a Susan Sedan, and it was out of sight, out of mind. Again, I have an issue with that. I forget that it exists.
Well, when you drive a Susan Sedan, the only place is to put it in the trunk, and if you're not using the trunk a lot,
what are you gonna do? What am I putting in the trunk?
And we were talking about this. When you need a clothing bin, they're nowhere to be found.
Oh my God.
When you don't need a clothing bin, they're everywhere. These little drop-off bins and boxes.
You're probably standing near one as we speak.
Yeah, if you're not streaming Camp Counselors podcast next to a St. Paul clothing donation box, what are you doing? What's the longest you've ever gone with a bag of clothing in your car?
It might have been during COVID, and it was probably about a year. It was probably about a year.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and I feel like it might have been longer than that. I'm not even kidding.
Well, hey, this is a safe space. So everybody let us know, how long have you been traveling around with that big garbage bag of clothing in your Susan Sarandon trunk?
And I know one of you campers out there is driving in your car listening to us over your little stereo.
Shut up, they are.
What's in the back? What is back there?
You have
what is in your trunk? This is your sign. Carve out the time. We did today. We went about an hour and a half out of the way to go do what we needed to do. And God, don't we feel better?
Yeah. Well, in New York, there's no like clothing bin drop-offs anywhere. I looked it up online. They're all like there's actual like store locations, and they wanted to open at 11 o'clock today. I'm like, okay, late risers, but I was up and at 'em and I wanted to get my day done. But we also did some grocery shopping while we were out in Long Island.
We did. We bought peppers and a cake, but that's besides the point. So then after
you did buy peppers and a cake,
you made like M&M. Cleaning out your closet. So then after we cleaned all that out, we decided to do a little deep clean.
Yeah, so the house has been scrubbed and bubbled all day long.
But you know what I don't want to see in our cleaning cabinet?
What do you not want to see?
Is natural cleaning products. And hey, no offense, if you're out there and you use it, but I don't want to use peppermint oil, eucalyptus oil, castor oil, sunflower seed oil. I want the power of scrubbing bubbles to clean my pissy toilet.
Listen, you're going to walk down a really naturally clean, slippery slope with this community. Because people who are natural cleaners, they really believe hard in that kind of stuff. And I think there is some benefits for sure.
Yeah, and I have used it, for sure, but I don't want it to smell like Tivana in my kitchen after I'm done cleaning. It's not going to smell clean to me. I want it to smell clean.
I want the power of Pine Sol.
Thank you.
Wait, whoever came up with that slogan?
The power of Pine Sol.
Where is the power of Pine Sol woman?
S.C. Johnson.
A family company. No, what's her name? She was a real legend.
She was. What happened to her?
Yeah, I'm just too lazy to be doing these natural cleaning methods. They require it's like potion making. I'm not a witch. Okay.
Right. And
I need something in a spray bottle that had a beautiful purple label.
Thank you.
Mr. Scrubbing Bubbles.
Yeah, I love the little Scrubbing Bubbles guy. He's cute.
He's cute. Who's handsome?
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean. He's kind of hot.
I would get dirty for Mr. Clean.
Yeah, I would get dirty for the power of Pine Sol woman.
Okay.
I know. We all have a flavor. We all have a taste.
Wait, hold on. So speaking of cleaning and TikTok, I did fall onto a new side of TikTok that I never expected myself to be on.
You were always on a new side of TikTok you've never expected to be on.
It's so true.
Your TikTok, your For You page is great. I'm like, we look at my phone most nights. I'm like, let's watch TikTok on my phone, and then sometimes you're like, let's look at my For You page, and we're 6 videos down, and it's just like the weirdest. It's so, and then you look at me and you're like embarrassed. You're like, I've never seen this before. I'm like, this seems really deep.
Or I'm like giggling and kicking my legs, and I look at you and you're like, what the fuck did I sign up for with this boy?
Wait, so what are you on now? What is your new
the
version?
side of TikTok that I'm on is Sponge Talk, and not just any sponge, sea sponges. Have you any idea about sea sponges? Because I thought I knew, but I knew nothing.
I think you're gonna tell us.
Well, I don't know all that much about it because I've just kind of been watching people harvest them, because you harvest them underwater and shrimp live inside of them.
That's sad. So you're ruining the ecosystem so that you can scrub it.
Don't do this to me with your plastic straw right now in your cup. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
We'll keep going. Okay. We're both at fault.
Stop playing with them, Riot.
Okay. Stop playing with them, Riot.
But so sea sponges, you just yank them, like they cut them out of the coral reef, and I guess they like shake out the little shrimp inside. At least I hope so. And then there's all this nasty mucusy gunk on it. I have no idea what the purpose is for it, but they scoop it out. They like hose them down. Sometimes they cut them to make them look pretty, but I like how they look naturally, and they're hypoallergenic. Great for people use them for doing dishes, which I never would have thought of, but it is a sponge. I want one for the shower.
Yeah, my mom used to have one in the shower, I think.
You threw out my loofah.
I threw out your loofah because it was giving Esmeralda from the Hunchback of Notre Dame's dress. It was like fabric that's like flowing in the wind. Like at some point, a loofah dies. It's completely unwound.
I will say, like, the first time
I could make a belt with it.
It was falling apart. The strings were coming undone.
And you're not letting everyone know that there's another brand new loofah in there. It was replaced.
I thought we were doing like a his and hers.
No, we share a loofah.
You were using the same loofah?
Sometimes.
It is charcoal infused.
It was charcoal infused when you bought it 3 years ago.
True.
Yeah.
She needed to be replaced.
She ran its course. I actually just thought of a 3-in-1 commercial sale for the harvesting of sea sponges.
Okay, do tell.
So when you shake the shrimp out, you capture them. Sea monkeys, there's one business.
Oh, perfect.
The sludge that you're shaking out of the sponge as well, sea moss gel.
Sea moss gel, wow.
And then you use the sponge. You've created 3 businesses in one harvest.
Oh my God.
I know. I am the Mark Cuban of ideas from the sea.
I love that. That's genius.
Are you a big fan of Barbara Corcoran?
I love Barbie Corcoran. She commented on our TikTok.
She did, didn't she?
She did. I don't remember what she commented.
A friend of the pod?
I don't think we can call her a friend of the pod, but I'd love to.
I think her 21-year-old intern named Katie is a friend of the pod.
I don't know. She seems like up to it on there. What
Jonathan
is she up
never
to?
believes that people could have accounts run by anyone else. Like I said that today again, and I was like, it's probably like an intern or like a coworker. And you're like, I don't know. I think it was them that commented. I'm like, it's not them who commented.
So crazy because we're friends with somebody who runs social media for Real Housewives. And I'm like, no, it's definitely Heather Dubrow. And she's like, it's literally me. I'm like, I don't know about that.
You're like, I think the Duolingo bird was actually
I
commenting.
think he was. And it's hard for him to do. It's probably voice to text because, you got to do it. He can't use his little wings.
No, he can't.
It's a man of many words, Duolingo.
Well, not to take a hard left, but we need to be honest about an issue we're having cleaning our house.
What are we talking about?
We need to be vulnerable for a minute.
Okay.
We're going to be vulnerable about our plumbing.
Yeah.
We've been having an issue with our toilet water. And this isn't, guys, stop. Okay?
Stop.
I don't need you judging or laughing at this because it's a sensitive topic. And I'm embarrassed to even talk about it. But I want to be honest, okay?
If you're a hater, click off right freaking now.
Haters, back off.
Yeah, we're 16 minutes in, so they're probably gone by now.
They better be. So the water, when it runs, if you don't flush the toilets enough, like we have hard water buildup.
We definitely here's
Is
the
it
thing.
iron?
I think the issue with the one toilet is we have hard water. I don't know what it is. Calcium buildup, lime, lemon. I have no clue. But I think someone tried to clean the back of it before we lived here. And there's a little rubber stopper that like when you flush, it stops the water from coming down. And I think whoever like tried to clean it, the bleach or cleaner ate away at that. Or it's just like a really old stopper. So the water is continuously flowing. And our water is so New York City, like hard, a little gunky down there.
Yeah, it's a hard life out here in New York. And if you don't want to stick around, then you got to stick around, all right? Even the water's hard.
Damn, little orphan Annie, you grew up.
I was feeling like Lil' Kim.
Okay.
Or Ice Spice.
All right. Wasn't that
I'm
nice?
the Princess
Spice?
Diana.
The way that you keep moving that wreath behind you,
Listen, big hair, big problem.
it's giving Aretha Franklin.
All right, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, back to the toilet.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the water's hard and life is hard.
Life is hard, and you know what's even harder than the water? Having two gay men live in an apartment together with home improvement projects, okay?
Stressful.
We have a vision. We
Yeah.
don't have an execution.
It's so true. Oh my God. I want that stitched on a pillow.
Oh!
That I can do.
Exactly. No, seriously though. Jonathan really got back there one day. He opened the toilet and he was like, "I'm cleaning." I said,
did.
"Okay." 7 dwarfs up in the house.
Thank you. Yeah, I literally just because I was like, is this toilet nasty? What the hell is going on? I think the toilet itself needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
Because I scrubbed it and I bleached it back there and I was doing everything I could. But the toilet water that comes out of it, it's giving Tivana. It's not giving crystal clear.
Tivana used to give samples out in the Providence Place Mall,
Oh my God.
and they always had 2. They'd have some sort of like whatever one no one cared about. And then they had, you probably have had it.
The
It
Buddha
was-
blend.
No, it was a chilled one. You don't want hot tea when you're walking around a mall. You're already hot. You're already carrying multiple bags of PacSun, Zoomy, Tilly, all that bullshit. No, it was a little chilled ramekin cup of a passion fruit. And it was got a reddish pink tint.
Okay.
Have you had that one?
I feel as though I have. It sounds a lot like the Buddha blend. It's not Tivana. It's Henry's tea.
Oh, no, we didn't have that. We had
Okay.
tea. Do you know what Tivana is?
I know what Tivana is. I was the one who brought it up. Of course I know what
Listen,
Tivana is.
you know, if there was anyone more aggressive in sales than Lush, it was Tivana.
Really?
The Tivana, it's a hard sell. No one's going to the mall to buy a traditional ceramic Japanese teapot. I'm not. But I will go in at 16 and steal a sample. And they knew that. They said, this is not our demographic.
You needed something to hold you over.
I did. I wanted, and that's why I wanted the chill tea.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so the toilet's not being fixed, you guys. It's not. And if our landlord is listening, do anything other than cash my checks, please.
please.
Like she loves to collect my Zelle, but she hates to do anything that has anything to do with improving the space, except in improving the rent cost.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is gonna live forever on the internet.
I
let's,
don't care.
We can hold it back and we can talk all the shit we want on Patreon.
She's a great person, and we'll talk more about her on Patreon.
Yes. There we go. Oh wait, that's what I was gonna say earlier about our TikTok pages and how different we are. We are gonna do, and we haven't done it yet, but we're gonna do on Patreon. We're gonna share instead of sending each other for the past month, instead of sending each other the TikToks we want to, we've been saving them. So we're gonna show them to you like IRL in real time. on Patreon. So that's patreon.com/campcounselors.
Yeah, let's film that tonight.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll get that up really quickly because that's gonna be really fun. I've been like laughing in bed, and I want to. And he's like, what is it? What is it? And I'm like, I'm saving it.
I know. I have a lot.
I
gotta
one.
weed through them.
I was pissing my pants this morning watching one, and it had 110 likes. I'm like, he has not seen this one.
Okay, I can't wait to do that. Okay, so back to cleaning. Let's
Clean
stay
talk,
on
clean talk.
topic. Before we move on with this episode, which is, by the way, it's an extremely great episode.
Every episode's a great episode.
But what is your least favorite thing about cleaning, or least favorite thing to clean, and then your most favorite thing to clean?
My least favorite thing to clean would be dusting blinds. There's just a lot of components there. And the amount of I feel like wherever I live, it always produces so much dust. Is there a trick to not having to dust ever? I fucking hate dusting.
Not dusting ever, but central air, baby. You got the air filter. It's circulating the air. It's sucking up that dust.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never lived in a house with central air.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, where's the dust coming from? It's so annoying.
Where is the dust coming from?
It's just bits and bops in the air.
It's skin. It's crispy, crunchy skin.
Is it? That's not skin.
Yes, it is.
Dust?
It's not just skin.
What is it?
What is your least favorite thing to clean?
My least favorite thing to do is sweeping. I feel like I'm bad at it. I make a little pile and then I end up trudging my little size 12 feet through the pile.
Yeah, you have to sweep a lot. You got to keep the house clean. You got to keep sweeping.
And then the cat walks through it. And it's just like, and then I finish sweeping and god damn it, there's a dust bunny that I missed.
Well, I've always had a real issue with the dirt trail.
The dirt trail. Oh my God.
The
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about that.
I've almost
using the dustpan. We're on that little ass sweep. What do we do with that little tiny line that's there?
Listen, I said it again, and I'll say it again. We've been to the moon. Why can't we figure out how to make a functional dustpan that actually scoops everything up?
Please, Bill Gates, anybody.
Mark Cuban, I've already named up you twice now. Invest in something, please.
Maybe we could just like vacuum it up. That's just like a two-step process.
I can't do everything, okay?
Very busy.
I'm not Cinderella.
Very busy.
I am just a one-woman show here.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing to clean?
I will. Hey, it's at the very end of it when you use that stainless steel polish on the fridge or the appliances. You got to put in the elbow grease, but when you're done, god damn, is that rewarding?
There is a payoff when you use the stainless steel sprayer.
But what I will say is you have to spray whatever you're using. If it's a rag or a dry paper towel, you got to spray that. Because if you spray the fridge, it's going to leave weird marks and it's going to cover the floor. And the floor, it's polished. So it's going to be slippery. It's going to be greasy. You know when you spray Pam, do you do it over the stove? I never do it over the stove.
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of... keep going.
I'll hold the pan and I'll do it over the sink because too many times I've sprayed it and I just get all the fall off, ends up on the floor, and then the floor's gross and slippery, and I don't want that.
You are such a helpful podcast host.
You know, what can you say? What can you do?
It's in your nature.
It's in my nature, so you're welcome.
I like that.
What's your favorite thing to do?
I like to wash dishes.
Okay.
I know. I'm a simple man with a simple pleasure. I like the hot water and the running soap on my hands.
What do you think about scrub daddies?
I am just a creature of habit. I can't get behind dishwashers. I grew up never having a dishwasher my entire life. Or I think we had one when we were really little, but we moved and I wasn't even like old enough to like wash dishes. But like since I've been like a teenager, I've always just hand washed everything with a classic blue Scotch sponge, and that's what I use. That is just me.
How would you feel if we switched up to a sea sponge?
I think let's have both, because I think I do the majority of the dishes because I like doing them, and I want to have what I want to use.
Okay.
You can have one. We can have two sponges. That's fine.
I think that would be nice because we have a lot of non-stick pans, and I think that would be gentle on the Teflon finish.
I think you can also get really cute sponge holders. Like there's one with a whale, his mouth's open, and then you put the sponge in it.
Oh, that's cute. It looks like he's throwing up.
Yeah, I'm a sponge.
I love that.
Guys, let us know in the comments on YouTube if you're watching. What are your cleaning hacks?
Are you throwing a lemon in the fucking garbage disposal? Let us know.
I wish we had a garbage disposal. Actually, they kind of scare me. I'm always like, I turned one on at my sister's house once, and I was like literally like my hands were in my pocket at that point. I was like, is my finger down there? It's like, relax. Like, that's scary. That's scary. It's scary. I'm not gonna say it again, but it is scary. It was scary for me. I'm being honest, and that was really scary for me.
Attention campers, please meet at the old flagpole under the tall pine for morning announcements.
Welcome back to morning announcements. Attention campers. Cabin inspections are coming up.
I don't want to see any whipped cream on the pillowcases. No honey drizzle. No feather. No fans. If I walk into your cabin and it looks like there's been strings of silly string all over the place, I'm going to flip out. And guess who I have with me, guys? Who's going to be participating in cabin inspection this year? Nadine. Nadine, do you want to say something? Girls! Cabin inspection is coming up soon. Do you remember when in Parent Trap when she stopped? Let's let me be myself, please. You're judging me.
I didn't say a single thing.
It was all over your face. You didn't have to.
Only Judy can judge you.
Do you remember when that old lady in Parent Trap was giving the strawberry? She's like, "No thanks, I'm allergic." And then she's like, "How about for you, dear?" And then "No thanks, I'm allergic."
Yeah.
Weren't you just there? I love her.
I think they could have picked a different fruit or something that people are more commonly allergic to.
Let's pause on that for a minute. Do you remember the visual of that giant bowl of strawberries?
No.
It was exciting. It was visually exciting to look at. I want you to go back and look at that.
Okay.
When you have time.
You know what they weren't allergic to?
What?
Peanut butter.
And Oreos.
True.
Girls, we love them.
Anyway, you guys, cabin inspections are coming up and there will be an award for whoever has the cleanest cabin. And that award is going to be 10 PacSun bucks.
And a salami sandwich.
Yes, it is, baby. I love that salami sandwich. What about our vegetarian participants?
Beyond Meat salami sandwiches.
That's disgusting. When they start doing Beyond Meat cold cuts, I'm out.
Yeah, well, I've seen what you've eaten before.
Oh, God.
Jonathan loves to have a buffalo cauliflower wing and be like, "This is the best wing of my life." I'm like, let's edit that sentence. This is the best buffalo cauliflower you've had of your life, because that was not a wing.
We went to a restaurant in Queens last year after our monkeypox. After our monkeypox vaccines, and we were so crazy. Creepy. What did they put in those vaccines?
Yeah.
We're not gonna go anywhere, but we were feeling like crazy and weird and like, vaccinate your babies, please. But it was just the craziest time. Anyway, I ordered these fake wings. Was it fake wings or fake ribs? Because I am a vegetarian.
Were advertised as vegetarian wings.
They looked like crayons. They came out looking like those big crayons.
No, I know what it was. They gave you a chicken patty and they sliced it into strips and tossed it in a sauce. And you said, "This is amazing." And then I said, "That looks weirdly circular, but just cut into strips." And you said, "I don't even care." I
had the best damn time of my life.
Yeah, we also were like kooky.
Yeah, we were crazy. Anyway, hi guys. This is morning announcements.
Announcements?
Yeah, roll us through what it is. Let's explain.
It's the part of the show where we share news with you that you might have missed, that we feel like you should know, so you can tell everyone about it. Every time I make that little announcement, I feel like a little like cute receptionist with big hips, and I'm wearing a white collared shirt and my glasses are at the end of my nose and I have a high bun. And I'm just like, everybody, this is what it's going to be.
In your right hand, you have the microphone. In your left hand, you have a little cone cup that's filled with water from the water cooler.
Yeah.
And it's convenient because it's quick and easy. But if you don't want to drink all of it, you can't put the cup down. So how convenient can it be?
Well, they're pretty small. If you can't finish that much water, your pee is probably the color of lemon juice.
Marigolds.
Okay,
so do you want me to do my story?
Yeah, let's go first.
It's short and sweet.
Okay.
So the title of this is Drag Race Superfan Identifies 47 Queens in 1 minute for World Record.
Oh, I could win this award.
And hey, we're going to come right back to it because, okay, a RuPaul's Drag Race superfan broke a Guinness World Record by identifying 47 of the reality competition series in 1 minute. So this guy, his name is Pete May. He was shown photos of contestants from all 15 seasons of the US version of Drag Race and identified 47 in 1 minute, beating the previous goal that was set of 25.
25. See, people don't know what this world record is because I could easily beat 25.
Babe, are you ready for this part?
I could have had a world record.
The only queen that Pete failed to identify
was
Australian drag performer Courtney Act.
Oh, see, not a fan. He's not a real fan.
And then he
Courtney's a
said,
legend.
I'm sorry, Courtney. I love you. May joke. His name is Pete May. I love that. Pete joked to the Guinness World Record officials after his attempt. So May said he was happy to see the photos shown to him during the attempt, and they included Got Mick, a season 13 comeback. They were really just trying to get like the word count in this whole thing. Saying, Got Mick, that queen has a special place in my heart because I started watching the US edition of the show, season 13.
So I don't ever want to be like, oh my God, how do I say this? You can be a new Drag Race fan, but the problem with the new Drag Race fans is that they don't get the history of where the show came from.
And you do.
And the show is just so overproduced now. Like, it's really great. I love it forever, right? But it feels like it's just so like they're fishing for that arc storyline of everyone having like this like terrible tragic life and then coming on the show and gaining a sisterhood. And it felt more authentic when they first started overproducing it in season 9. But now every single season it's like this consistent narrative of this. And I just feel like the new Drag Race fans have like a toxic trait where they like don't know the roots of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like, don't call yourself like a super fan. It's fine. Do this and name whoever that you can memorize. Fine, whatever. But it's like, you can't identify. Oh, it is Pride Month. No, it's not. It's July. Fuck off, Petey. Just kidding, Pete May.
I'm like, how did you not know Courtney Act?
Seriously.
Courtney Act.
Courtney Act.
Anyways, whatever. I want to figure out how I can try to beat that record.
And I'm curious to know how you can.
You have to have like someone there from the official court.
Maybe one day we'll figure out how to do it, and I'll have like a little slideshow and I can see if you can win, and we can do it on video. So it's on record and we'll do it. Yeah. And we'll timestamp the video and we'll submit it perfect.
Yeah. But they don't know if I was previously told that the screens.
Okay.
See?
We'll call an official. We have a connect.
Yeah. We have a connect. It's Nadine's cousin. Big Boy. Big Boy has been working for Guinness since he was a little boy.
Since he was a little girl.
We'll get Big Boy on the horn.
All right. So that's my little morning announcement. I wanted to share with you because I was like, damn, I feel like you could do so much better.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Not to make it about you, but to make it about you.
Thank you.
What's your story?
All right. So I have a little story from Vice News written by Nathaniel Janowitz. The title of the article is Flight Attendant Charged for Bomb Threat to Stop Her Ex's Vacation.
Okay.
I know I said that. Ex's vacation.
All right.
Okay, so Daniela Carbone is 47 years old and she's a flight attendant, okay?
Okay.
So she basically like calls in an audio message to an airline worker in Argentina on May 21st. I think she works for this like Argentinian like airport with a distorted voice. Like she like uses like a voice filter and calls in.
Please.
And she says, tell the little captain that we put 3 bombs on the Miami flight. Check the airplane because it's going to blow up into a million pieces with a distorted voice. So
you can't do that.
So we know 270 passengers along with the crew were rushed off a Miami-bound plane from Buenos Aires International Airport minutes before they were supposed to take off on May 21st.
Where were they headed?
Miami.
Oh, you said that. Sorry.
Yeah, so they're from Argentina to Miami.
Don't know how far that is.
No, Buenos Aires is in Brazil.
Okay.
Is it?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Carbone was arrested a week after the bomb threat on May 28th when she returned to Argentina on a flight. She was held at the airport prison for over 2 weeks while refusing to make a statement to authorities.
You work there.
Yep. So she was charged on Tuesday in Buenos Aires court with aggravated duress, Duress, I'm not sure, public intimidation and obstruction.
Duress.
Duress. So
like when you're under duress.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was under arrest.
No, or like distress.
Is it not under arrest? Is it always under duress?
No, you.
Oh, is it 2 different things?
No, oh my God, your life almost just completely flipped upside down. No, being under arrest is one thing.
Oh, okay.
But under duress is like if you're under pressure or something.
Okay, so she was arrested for aggravated duress, public intimidation, and obstruction of public services.
You're just arrested for being a menace and calling it a bomb threat and being mean.
Why would she do this?
Why would she do that?
Well, Carbone was reportedly in a 5-year relationship with a male flight attendant. They broke up a month before that May 21st initial call, and her ex was working that flight, and his new girlfriend was a passenger. So they were like planning to fly there together. And then you know how like flight attendants, they do get a couple days off in between flights with their schedule sometimes.
Yeah.
So he like set it up. He was like, oh well, I'll work it. You'll just be a passenger, and then like it's a free flight to Miami for me. And he probably got the free flight for her, and then they'll have like time to like hang out in Miami, and then on his next flight back to work, they'll fly home together.
Oh my God, that's cute.
It is kind of cute.
It makes me want a ginger ale.
It makes me want a ginger ale and a pack of crackers real bad.
It makes me want to get ginger railed.
Okay. It gets worse.
Okay.
She used her daughter's cell phone to make the call.
Bet she didn't star 67.
So when they found the phone or whatever, they found like some text message logs between the daughter and her mom. And the daughter texted her, she's like, this is selfish. The selfish one is you, that you can screw up my life over this bullshit, the daughter wrote. And then the final message between the mother and the daughter came just after Carbone was arrested. And she said, daughter, they arrested me. Not one word to anyone. I'm like, okay, cinematic.
Yeah, but also dumb bitch.
It's giving Oscar bait. I'm over it. The flight attendant wrote, guess how long she's been working for the airline?
Oh gosh, I'm going to say 6 years.
24 years.
Bitch.
And 14 of those years, she was an instructor, which I think she was a teacher.
So what happened?
It just seems like someone that is like if you've been in that situation for so long, like they don't take that like lightly. They're gonna trace your calls. They're gonna figure it out.
And you know what happened.
Imagine she like downloaded like a little like voice, just like a voice app on her iPad, and she like held up a speakerphone to the iPad. It was like, that little pilot better watch out. I'm blowing it up. I'm like, Daniela.
Danny C.
Listen, she was heartbroken. And she said, I'm stopping that Miami vacation. And you know what? She fished her wish. They didn't go to Miami.
Obviously.
She's going to prison, but let it be known, her ex-man did not go to Miami. So it was worth it.
No, it wasn't worth it. You know what? The dick was bomb.
Hey. Oh! You silly little rabbit, you. That was funny. That was really funny, babe. That really knocked my socks off, but they're still on. Anyways, that was morning announcement.
Grab your bug juice and bear spray, campers. It's time to pack it up and take a hike.
Ooh, yeah. Did I sound like a Hannah Montana transition?
You didn't. It had really great clarity and it sounded really professional.
Thank you so much.
You are such a songbird.
I do what I can. Guys, welcome back to Take a Hike. This is the part of the show where we bitch a little. We tell something we want to take a hike. Am I going first this week?
I think you should.
Okay. Well, what am I telling to take a hike this week?
Are you pissed off at?
Having to lace a shoe.
Ooh, interesting. Is that why you're wearing Crocs today?
That's why I've been wearing nothing but Crocs and light up Velcro shoes. Give me a rope. Perfect. I can tie a knot like no other. I could do a butterfly knot. You want to see a fisherman's knot? A clove hitch. I can do it all. Give me a yo-yo. I'll walk the dog. Hell, I will cradle the cat.
You cannot do a clove hitch.
Well, don't challenge me.
Who taught you that, Sam Mitch?
At camp.
Of course.
Yeah. But hand me a non-slip orthopedic from Shoe Carnival.
Wait, what happened at Shoe Carnival?
I don't know.
That place was a circus.
God, I love a BOGO sale.
Yeah, I was more of a Payless slut.
Yeah, Payless slut for sure. But anyway, if the shoe is not laced, I'm screwed. I had a shoe that I bought quite some time ago. It was a secondhand shop, and I already felt weird about that. So I cleaned it. You know the ones that I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Air Forces.
The Air Forces. And I took off the lace. I bleached the laces. The shoes look fantastic. I scrubbed them with the damn toothbrush. It took me 3 days to thoroughly clean. I went to lace them up. I felt like a fool. I thought I was doing the loop-de-loop and pull, but my shoes were not looking cool.
That's so interesting because I really enjoy lacing shoes.
I don't know what it is. I can't do it. I think that I'm doing it right. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to put it through this. Am I going under this hole and then across? Or am I going across and through? Okay, but then here the problem there lies in is when the next shoe that I'm doing, one shoe can look good and then I do the next one and it's in reverse. So what is this, Alice through the looking glass?
I'm trying to help you. And
Sorry.
I think you're having a lot of flustering. I want you to breathe. Listen, It's not as complicated as you're making it to do. I can do it for you if you'd like.
It's so crazy that you didn't help me when I was in duress.
You've never asked me.
Can you help?
Yes. I think it's all about just staying consistent and knowing the look that you're going for. Like being like, oh, I want it to look like this. And then just continuing the pattern.
You know what? Looking at your hair right now, what I just thought of.
What?
Those fucking shoes that had the curly cute like elastic things on the end.
Sometimes I still have them.
Where are they?
Yeah. I saw one on a pair of Nikes. Speaking of Nikes.
They look like little rigatonis.
I know. My hair is giving rigatoni today.
Yeah. Oh my god, you are giving rigatoni.
Remember when we talked about our gay awakening on the Pride episode, you guys, and I talked about Justin Timberlake? It kind of was like this, but not as volumescent. But he had hair like this for a hot minute.
It looks really good on you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I really don't mind lacing your shoes. I can help you with that.
Okay.
What is your favorite shoe to buy?
My favorite, a red bottom.
You don't own a red bottom. Don't lie to the campers.
I own plenty of red bottoms. You just don't know where they are.
Is there a store that you typically buy your shoes in?
I love a Steve Madden.
Yeah, you do, you little creep.
Like a Steve Madden, like a Croc. I need to get new Crocs. I think it would be fun to, if like every few episodes we change it up a little bit. I want like a Barbie pink Croc. I had a pair of bedazzled Crocs. My cat threw up all over the inside of them and 4 of the bedazzles fell off. Completely unrelated incidents. They didn't happen simultaneously. And then when I put them on the next time, I think the bedazzlement, dry rotted a little because I used super glue and I let them sit in the sun.
Well, yeah, they're black too, so you can't have black Crocs in the sun, they'll shrink.
Did you guys know that? Tell everybody.
Yeah, my friend Shan, they had black Crocs and they went to the beach and they got them wet and they let them sit in the sun. And then when Shan went to put them back on, they didn't fit on their foot.
Like, oh my God, what happened to my shoes or my feet in the water?
Yeah, did I become a sea monster and grow, or did my shoe become a little cobbler's little stool shoe? Little stool shoe for the cobbler.
Is this well known by everybody? Does everybody out there know you're not supposed to put Crocs in direct sunlight?
Well, they're rubber.
Or like, yeah, but I would have never thought that.
Those would be fine. Don't worry about those.
They're like Shrinky Dinks. You remember Shrinky Dinks?
Of course. I brought my Crocs on the beach though, and they've been fine. I think it all depends on the color.
Yeah. Because, unlike aluminium, the black Crocs are heat conductors.
Exactly.
All right. So I just needed to share that, get that off my chest. And I really appreciate you offering to lace up my shoes for the rest of our lives, because I think I'm sick of wearing the Velcro. I can't have people stare anymore.
Oh my God. If you wear a Velcro shoe in this house, I'm going to have a heart attack.
I loved Velcro shoes. But you know what you can't do in a Velcro shoe?
What?
You can't sneak back into a house. In adolescence, you cannot sneak back in without being undetected, because you are not taking those things off without breaking the sound barrier.
Can I tell a really funny story about Velcro?
Please.
So I'm getting sweaty thinking about it because I'm so embarrassed. I used to have my first wallet as a teenager was a Velcro wallet. And one time I was at a PacSun and I was making a purchase and I ripped open my Velcro wallet, and the woman in front of me turned around and looked down at my wallet and then looked up at me and then turned around with the ugliest face. And it was that day that I went to JCPenney and bought another wallet. I said, oh no, am I embarrassing?
Oh no, for having a Velcro wallet?
Let me fish through my dollar bills. She was like, sir, get a real wallet. I can't do this.
But Velcro wallets are helpful if you have them, if you're throwing your wallet in a bag.
Velcro wallets are helpful if you're at an amusement park and you're a dad. But they're not.
Or 9.
Yeah, exactly. They're not for everyday use.
Okay, that's valid. So you guys, if you have Velcro wallets out there, sorry to tell you.
They're out.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your take hike? What's pissing you off?
I don't know if I'm pissed off by this, but I just want to talk it through.
Okay, are we having a therapy moment?
I think we need to take a stroll instead of take a hike.
Take a stroll, okay.
Because I don't know if I hate it or if I love it, and I kind of need everyone's thoughts on this one.
Okay, well, you know me. I always give unsolicited advice. So.
You do. So instead of I was on Clean Talk, right? We were talking a lot about the cleaning earlier, and I was inspired to think about other versions of cleaning. So I'm confused on if I like or if I hate this trend of refrigerator organization.
Okay.
Because I find myself almost hate watching it, where I don't like it, but I'm sucked into it every single time.
And how does that make you feel?
I'm confused. Truly, because there's elements that I enjoy and there's elements that I detest.
Duress.
Okay, we're not doing that again. Let me tell you what I like.
Okay.
What I like is what people are buying. I like to see what little treats the children are getting. Are we getting a Go-Gurt? Are we getting a Lunchable?
Correct.
What kind of poppies are we purchasing? Oh, that's an interesting vegetable combination. I wouldn't have done that. Oh, we're going through a lot of chicken in this household.
Yeah.
That's nice to know.
We have the same brand of kombucha that we're probably not going to drink.
Oh, you're really into health aid. I like that. That's you care about gut health.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoy the haul part of it.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't like is it just seems a little far-fetched.
Fraudulent almost.
It's definitely fraudulent. Like, and this isn't an original thought here. It's a major comment and a major pain point for most people here. If your fridge is so organized to the point that there was no other room, where are the leftovers going? You're telling me that you're not getting anything takeout all week long? And if you're not, then you're eating every single component. Where are you putting your leftovers? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the big trend going on right now too, is in these really organized refrigerators, we're putting all the condiments on a Lazy Susan, which my mother never let us say because her name is Susan.
Oh, you can't have a, yes.
I don't know what we called it, but she would not let us say
She's a
that.
proactive Susan.
She said, yeah, I am not lazy. It's offensive. I'm like, okay, relax, mom. But they'll show their condiments and I'm like, okay, first of all, this has like max 6 bottles on this.
Yeah.
Where is everything else?
Yeah, where's the sriracha?
We have so many condiments.
So many condiments.
We have yellow mustard, spicy mustard, Grey Poupon mustard, stone ground mustard.
Yeah, let's not
Sweet
even
relish,
get
gel relish.
started on the hot sauce shelf.
We have so many hot sauce. We have to try a little bits and bobs.
We are saucy girls.
We're saucy girls. So
Yeah.
I think that's false. And this is my biggest one that I
Please.
hate. And this makes it almost, I think I take a hike, is these glass containers that people are pouring orange juice or milk into that seem smaller than the bottle themselves, but they're editing it in a way to make it seem like it's dumping the whole bottle. But you can tell the way they started pouring it, it was already a little gone.
Yeah.
Like if you were to pour that from the beginning of the bottle, there would be a leftover. But God forbid your soy milk doesn't have the glass aesthetic as the rest of the goddamn fridge. It just seems foolish. It seems wasteful.
Just imagine that they just like take the rest of the 2% milk and just chug it straight to the face.
No, I think what they're doing is they're finding the perfect amount in there and they're pouring the other one into like another glass off camera to make it fit perfectly. And whether they finish that glass or they dump it down the drain, I think it's unnecessary.
What about a garage fridge? What if they keep the leftovers in the garage? God, I fucking love a garage fridge.
A garage fridge is only for extra beverages and occasionally the surplus of barbecue or a group food setting.
Holidays.
It's the garage fridge is for canned beverages, beer, and holiday hors d'oeuvres that you bring out like the deviled eggs.
Yeah.
That's a garage fridge. There's nothing wrong with a garage fridge. If you have a garage, get a fridge. And it's got to be white.
Yeah.
Stainless steel is not for the garage.
It's got to be a white garage fridge and it has to be
white.
it has to be the top and the bottom. You can't have the side to side. It's got to be the top and the bottom.
Well, sometimes it's even nice to have a freezer chest.
Oh, those are a little spooky to me.
They're spooky, but they're nice.
Like me.
Yes, because you think in the modern day refrigerator now, they're not giving you enough space. Okay?
Yeah, no.
They're just not giving you enough space
We
anymore.
don't necessarily need an ice maker. We just need a little bit more space. Speaking of not having space in our fridge, guys, okay, here's a message for, who is it, Samsung? Samsung, fuck your fridges. What's going on? We moved in a year ago and it was new. Every single shelf except 2. There's 2 shelves that have not broken. Our door, there's nothing on the complete lower half. Fuck you, Samsung.
Yeah, we're missing we're missing like 4 shelves in the fridge and 2 in the freezer at this point now.
How much is it to replace it?
They're really expensive. I looked up, and it's not like I don't have the $60 to buy the things, but it's a point of principle, right?
Yeah.
It's like no, fuck you. I'm not giving you $60 to. This shouldn't have broken in the first place.
It's clearly a quality issue because it's been everything on the door, all of the shelves
Yeah.
within the freezer. The pull-out shelf things are all breaking. We don't have a lot of shit in there. We got popsicles.
I want to make a sentiment right now.
Please.
A statement against Samsung.
Let's do it.
Samsung is going to take a hike because not only is our refrigerator shelves breaking, I don't like the TV I bought 3 years ago.
Hey now, Samsung. What's going on with that Samuel song?
My TV from 3 years ago should not be having coloration issues.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's
dims.
Samsung.
It's so dim.
And don't tell me to fix it in the master settings. I've been trying to.
We've tried and tried again.
It's Samsung is the issue here.
Okay, so I think we've come to a conclusion that Samsung needs to take a hike.
Well, before we say that, we can say that as well. Do we think that the refrigerator talk community
Okay.
does more good than harm? I'm thinking they do more good than harm in the way that I think, like, at the end of the day, it's just based on entertainment, and I'm really splitting hairs here on this.
Yeah.
But they kind of annoy me.
I can see that. I can see that for sure. I enjoy them. I like the little mini fridges of the people at college dorms or the people who are, working in an office and the refill. And I'm like, bitch, you're not eating those squeezable apple juices or apple sauces rather. Like, what's going on with those? But I like the thought of having things in a clear container because, again, out of sight, out of mind for me. God forbid I say it for a seventh time.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know.
If you poured that liquid into a container, how do you know when it expires? Sit on that one for a minute and let it poke around.
Okay, that's valid. If they're going for aesthetic, maybe write it on a sticker and slap it on the bottom, but they're not doing that.
Yeah, every single one of those women is pouring a little bit of baking soda in a bowl with their grapes and strawberries and doing the little rinse. And if it's not in a pretty sink, I don't want to see it. I'm just more curious. Actually, I will say I'm a lot more curious to see what you're eating than what you're wearing. I don't care what you're wearing today. I want to see what you're eating today.
Wait, so our friend Eleni, who I talked about a little bit earlier, works for Real Housewives. She posted this thing about like her fridge. She said, my new obsession is La Colombe, like the box you can keep in the fridge. And then the next slide, she posted a picture of it in her fridge. And the next slide she posted with like all these emojis covering herself. She's like feeling super vulnerable about posting publicly the things in my fridge. And I messaged her. I was like, that is so funny because my friends are coming over, my good friends. And I'm looking at our fridge and I'm like, everything has to go. Nothing's expired, but I don't want them even knowing that I have ketchup in here. I'm embarrassed.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't know. I think it's silly and it's stupid, but it was and then I thought, I was like, it's April and like, they don't care. I'm just
Why would
like,
anyone care what's in anyone's fridge?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, there would be some red flags. If you had a whole shelf of like Monster and then like just like pounds of deli meat, I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a fridge tour on Patreon. Everybody send us your shelfies. Pictures of your shelf.
I love that.
Thank you.
Do you think the new counselor likes the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Over.
Either way, I'm giving them my boondoggle keychain. Over.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
It's like Hannah is here herself.
Let me take my wig off.
Yeah. Oh.
It's Molly. Welcome back, everybody, to Crush of the Week.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show where we tell you what we like and what we want to kiss. It's the opposite of take a hike if you didn't know. But everyone knows at this point.
Yeah.
Unless you're new here. Well, welcome. Yep. So we're just going to tell you what we're loving this week, what is obsessing, what is amazing, what is just great. I am like getting dumber for sure because I'm just like saying things in the wrong tense. So I'm going to have to take a vitamin or something.
I think you should. I think we could all benefit from taking a vitamin.
Not official. I don't want, unless it's anti-burp.
Oh, there you go. It's got to be anti-burp.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Who is your, when is your, where is your crush of the week?
My crush of the week is metal detecting on a beach.
Ooh, I love.
If I see an old man in Reeboks with tube socks, denim shorts, and he's got a metal detector on the beach, I'm in.
Is his name Carl?
Probably. I just think the art of swinging a pole back and forth like a metronome, in hopes of finding a treasure of yesteryear, it's alluring to me.
It is.
Have you been metal detecting?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Answer the damn question.
I've never been given the opportunity, and I'm waiting to be invited. Okay, I can only sit on the beach and sob looking for someone to cheer me up so many times.
I think when we get old and we retire, to an old New England town. I'm going to be out there every day with my little metal detector, finding treasure. We're going to have a whole room that's like trophies of jewelry, doubloons.
I can only imagine you showing up to the beach one morning for your first session and it's early, and like say you get there at 5:30 and then Saul shows up, and Saul has been combing this beach for a decade now and you're in his space. It's like, find your own goddamn space. This is Saul's space.
Who's Saul?
Saul is the guy that's been metal detecting for 6 years already before you.
Oh.
And you're showing up, okay?
Well, I can share a space.
Well, there's only one prize to be found, and it's an old bottle cap.
Or a PlayStation 5 controller at this point.
I could imagine it's a very competitive community. It's first come, first serve, of course.
What's the drama going on there? I wonder if somebody found something. There's got to be people who fake things.
Yeah, fake? Oh, yeah,
okay.
there is.
There's a certain diving TikToker. I don't know what his name was, but if I knew it, I would call him out. But his are like so clearly fake.
You think so?
I don't know if we're talking about the same person, because the guy I'm talking about, it's very evident that he goes for like a very young audience, because he's a YouTuber too, I believe. He's like big on YouTube shorts, and he finds, quote unquote, finds things, but it's like clearly been planted there.
Like
and
cell phones and vapes and like scrunchies and stuff?
Yeah, or like a message in a bottle that he opens underwater, and I'm like, why is the paper just now disintegrating?
Yeah, so I haven't seen that guy, but I've seen him on TikTok that is like, he finds like a lot of cell phones. I'm like, what is everyone doing right now? Like,
oh my God, my friend Carly, her cell phone's at the bottom of a river. The day that I got sun poisoning, she went to pass me her phone. Guess who didn't catch it? Me. But I went to the bottom of the river and I tried to get it and I didn't get it. But you know what I got? Sun poisoning.
yeah.
But yeah, I think I would like to take up that hobby this year.
I think it's a fun hobby. I think it's a good goal.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can rent them.
I wonder. That would be nice.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you can rent bikes anywhere, but where can you rent metal detectors?
Yeah, because I don't need to keep the metal detector, especially.
That's a great business idea. Initial investment, kind of expensive, whatever, but I think you'll get return.
Yeah, you'll get it. Okay, but then what happens when somebody finds something really good? Then you say, hey, you didn't read your terms and conditions.
You have to
bitch.
give it all over. We split it, and I get 90, you get 10, you stupid bitch.
That's my doubloon.
Yeah, well, you hide it.
You hide the doubloon.
Yeah.
You say, I didn't find no luck today. Hal? What's his name? Sal?
Sal. Well, we can change his name to Hal.
Yeah.
Hal, Parent Trap. Hey, Hal.
Hey, Hal.
I like that. That's a good crush of the week.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So if you guys see me and I'm dressed like a suburban dad at a barbecue and I have my headphones on and I am wearing denim on the beach, just please respect my privacy because I'm looking for goods.
Of course, of course.
So what are you crushing on?
I'm crushing on a food this week. You know me. I'm a hungry camper. Can't help it. I have been really like into this style of salad. And it's not Caesar.
We're making fabulous salads every day.
Yes, very much so.
Salad Lab, shout out.
Yeah, so there's like obviously like your typical, like there's a Mediterranean salad. We have a Cobb, a Caesar. But the new girl on the block who's been around for a little bit, who's really impressing me as of lately, is summer salad, the watermelon feta salad.
Shit, that's fresh.
Have you guys had one? They are so, I love watermelon in the summer with a little bit of feta cheese on a bed of spinach, tossed in a sweet vinaigrette.
Let me ask you a quick question.
I wish you would.
Do you ever salt, like add a little pinch of salt to like cantaloupe or to watermelon ever?
It depends on the setting and the scenery.
So that's why I feel like it's so good because it's ice cold and you're getting the perfect amount of like salty spittoon from the cheese, the feta cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think it's delicious.
Yeah, in Italy, a lot of people will eat they'll eat cantaloupe with cheese and prosciutto.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like, and it's a kind of like an hors d'oeuvre.
In Pennsylvania, people will usually just eat a hoagie and call it a day.
Well, yeah, hey, everyone has their own culture.
Okay, so what's the vinaigrette that's on it? Is
it all
like
depends. It really
a balsamic?
It's definitely giving vinaigrette. It's not a cream base.
No.
It's not a Caesar or a Catalina. It's in the vinaigrette household.
Can we put some respect on Catalina?
Catalina's really great though on a taco salad, which isn't really a salad. That's when you crush Doritos up and put ground beef in a bag and you shake it with Catalina with some shredded lettuce and you put it out at a barbecue. And then everyone's like, okay, why are the plates styrofoam? And you're like, I don't know. That's what's available at the store. And then they only have spoons because everyone took the forks, but it's really good. And you go up for seconds. And then at the end of the day, you're like, the hot dog was kind of shitty, but that taco salad, I'm still thinking about her. And that usually happens once a year.
Your eyes were closed and you were going back to a place.
Yeah, because you don't get taco salad enough.
No, you don't.
Honestly, fuck a watermelon feta salad. I want
Go on, taco salad.
Hey!
What is a salad technically? People have had this conversation time and time again.
Well, the Midwestern salads are creepy.
What's a Midwestern salad? I lived in the Midwest and I have no idea what you're talking
There's
about.
like a girl
Is there ham?
It's like a joke where she's like, they just put everything with like some sort of like creamy base and pasta and they call it a salad. But it's like, there's not a vegetable in sight.
It's a Miracle Whip.
Ambrosia salad.
Ah,
Oh, come on. I want it.
I would fuck up an ambrosia right now.
Cherries, mandarin oranges, maybe a peach.
And it's gonna be
Pineapple.
It's gonna be a little weird color.
Yeah, and then you whip it up and it's like, oh, this is Sissy, Auntie Sissy's famous ambrosia salad.
And you need a glass of water with that. It is the most dehydrating dessert that I have had to date.
But I will say, I don't want fucking cake. I don't want a cupcake. I don't want any. If that's on the table, push your pie away.
Yeah.
I want a big old heaping of Auntie Mimi's big old ambrosia salad, and I'm gonna need a glass of milk or something to wash it all down because I have diabetes and my blood sugar's been high all day, but I'm just gonna need one. I had an aunt. She's not really my aunt, so I can talk about her. It was like an aunt's aunt. I'm not a girl's girl, but an aunt's aunt. Hey, I'm not a girl's girl. I'm an aunt's aunt. That is so
stupid.
Me. Wait, that is so me. I'm obsessed. Wait, everyone write that down. That was such a good one. No, so it was like my aunt's family. So it's like, what do you call that?
Twice removed, but who cares?
I am not joking. That aunt was twice removed.
I can tell.
She was, you know who she is. You know
What's her? Oh, you don't want to say her name. No, let's not say her name.
You know, the aunt that is the aunt.
Gotcha.
You know that aunt.
I know her well.
Her mother.
Yes.
God rest her soul.
Sabrina.
She was a sweet woman, but she would sit down at a party and she'd have a big white hair on. She was a big lady, and she'd always talk like that. She'd be like, "Get me a big old scooping of ambrosia salad, and then I'm gonna need something to sip on, please." Like everything was just always exasperated.
Yeah,
she made great ambrosia
exhausted.
That's
why she can't get up and get it herself.
There is nothing further difference than a watermelon feta salad.
But we got here.
Yeah, than ambrosia.
But it's fruit and it's all healthy.
It's all healthy. All this to say is I'm crushing on a fruit and a salad. You tell me what you want to do.
Yeah. And you know what? Samsung, take a hike. Sorry, I had to loop that back in here.
What song's been stuck in your head all week? Welcome to Camp Songs.
Ooh, yay.
That's the classic one. That's the classic one.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, to Camp Songs. Should we say it?
What?
About the playlist?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, I can talk about it. I think it's okay. It's protected now.
Yes.
So, you little stupid benches out there that were reporting the playlist, we used our Spotify Connect, and now the playlist is protected. So you can't report it anymore. And if you can... Stop, please stop.
You know, and we can actually talk about this now.
Yeah.
Spotify, you guys, posted about us in this very podcast.
I know. If you guys go on this, well, it's probably, they post a lot.
Yeah.
But when this episode airs, it's going to be a little bit harder to find. But a week ago.
Yeah, I'll screenshot and I'll post it up because we were recording a little bit early.
Yeah, but they posted us and they featured the Camp Counselors podcast.
You guys, how
made
exciting. But dead ass, we couldn't do it without like listeners. So we love all of you. Thank you for listening. And in the comments, there were a lot of people being like, "Hey, where's the
You guys are
Camp
funny.
Song playlist at?" Because if anybody missed it or you missed an episode, we were having problem with our Camp Songs playlist, which we have one on YouTube for you to listen to for free, or on Spotify, which is literally just for fun. Like we're not getting anything out of it. We just want to share the music with y'all. But someone kept reporting it, is what we believe. And on the back end, it looked as though like I couldn't change the name of it. I couldn't change the cover art. It just got flagged for everything. And we got takedown notices. We got like 11.
Yeah.
And then it was like hard for people to find. If you had it saved, you could see it. Some people said that when they would click the link, it was gone. So I was like, well, this isn't fair because we just wanted to curate music for everybody. And there's like over 1,500 people who have saved it.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan reached out to his manager and his manager handled it and Spotify fixed it for us. So.
Yeah, so thank you.
So Camp Songs is in full effect, everybody. So you guys can listen to the songs we've been talking about every single week.
Yes.
For 43 weeks.
My God.
It's a long playlist.
It's a long playlist, but hey, every time we put it on, I'm like, hey, this playlist freaking rocks. But then I'm like, well, of course it does. It's because we were the ones who picked the music.
It's so freaking campy. It's so camp.
It is so camp, but it's called Camp Songs. Check it out.
What's your song of the week, Jonathan?
Oh God, I don't know if I want to tell you.
That's
you might have to
literally
pry it out of me.
It's our job to tell our songs.
Okay, so my song of the week is called "You Wish" by Fly on a Boss, and if you're on TikTok or have good taste, I'm sure you've heard it before. I'll sing you a little ditty in a second, but I want to tell you a little bit about this group. It's a duo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about them?
I don't. I have seen their videos. They're quite viral.
So I went on their website to be like, okay, what do the girls have to say about themselves? It's these two beautiful young women. And the website reads, Fly on a Boss is a fierce duo repping the vagina dynasty.
Ooh, okay, pussy power.
Repping the vagina dynasty. We would be so lucky.
We are. We all came from one.
Hailing from Detroit and Dallas, these two young women are classically trained musicians who have turned their raw musical genius into a flossy, irresistible package that will have you thirsty for more. That's on their website. I'm like, girls, who wrote this? This is incredible. They are lyricists. Hello? I threw an extra syllable in there.
You're having fun with it.
I'm not a lyricist. Speaking of lyrics, do you want to ask me to rap?
Yeah, I would love for you to rap for everybody this song.
I'm gonna say my little favorite part, which I feel like is the part that was like blowing up on TikTok. Ready?
Yeah.
Hello, Christ. I'm about to sin again. I said I love you to the man, but I'm not feeling him. I'm made of sugar, spice, cannella, and cinnamon. Me and my bestie are the same, like a synonym. I be Michael Phelps with the band with the deal. Yeah, I'd be swimming in.
I think when she goes, slap a bitch.
So good.
Yeah.
You guys go check them out. They're up. I feel like they're going to be everywhere by the end of summer 2023.
The visuals that they're doing online are just so cool. So if you guys aren't familiar, they do the same like bit every single time with that part of the song, and they just have someone they're always running through a very picturesque landscape. Venice Beach, Disneyland, IKEA.
Yeah.
Like people are now like telling them where to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're filming it though, because they're running at the camera at full speed and then the other one will like fly in and it's like so seamless and so great. But I'm trying to figure out like, is that a Steadicam? Because it's like so smooth. How is that person are they running backwards?
The guy has a rig for sure. He has the camera on like a little Steadicam probably.
Yeah. And I just like sometimes if you want to put your art out there, if you can find a creative way to showcase it that looks professional and like dope, like that song is already amazing as it is. But I think the way they're promoting it with these insane videos is contributing to their like massive success.
And I love their energy.
Me too.
I feel like I want to be friends.
I know. And I think they look like they're having the time of their lives. And everybody on the comments that sees it is so supportive. It's like a great place for everyone to come around and support these people. So we're going to do the same. Because they deserve our support and they're amazing.
And then we love them.
I love that.
So, what song's been stuck in your head all frickin' week?
This is my third time, I think, doing a Destiny's Child song.
Okay.
And there'll be 14 more. They're my group of groups. Anytime I'm depressed or if I have a mental block or I want to feel creative, I put on Destiny's Child. They take me out of a place of anxiety like nobody else. And their whole entire repertoire of music, it's just amazing. So this week I've chosen to highlight another great Destiny's Child song that is essentially Beyonce and company because no one else has a verse in this one. The 1999 song Bugaboo.
Okay.
Are you familiar?
I'm familiar. I had no idea that it was. I guess it is just really all Beyonce, huh?
Well, yeah, I feel like when Kelly and Michelle came in later, there was a little bit more of a breakup in verses. But in that period, because this was the OG Destiny's Child where Kelly was there, Michelle was not.
You said 99?
Yeah, this was Cruel Intentions 99.
Well,
it wasn't in that movie, but it was 99.
Yeah.
Which is crazy if you think about it. That's 24 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And Beyonce looks amazing still.
Still to this very day.
So if you're not familiar with this song, it's a really fun song. It's kind of amazing how fast Beyonce like sing raps in this one. It's like really great. But she does every single verse and it's essentially about being unimpressed by a man and just being like, listen, like, I don't care if you think you impressed me, you didn't, and you need to keep it packing because you're being clingy and weird and I'm busy. I'm booked, I'm busy, I don't got time for your stressing me.
Yeah.
And I love that message. Would you like me to do a little bit of a verse?
Please do.
So there's like 2 parts I want to highlight. This is kind of like the singing part. So she's like, so what? You bought a pair of shoes. What now? I guess you think I owe you. You don't have to call as much as you do. I'd give him back to be through with you. If you're going to make this shoe purchase a big deal, let it go.
Yep.
Let it go.
Then don't make the purchase, babe.
Yeah. And so what? My mama liked you. What now? I guess you think I will too? Even if the Pope said he liked you too, I don't give a damn because you're a bugaboo. So bugaboo is kind of like you're bugging me, boo. Like just bug off. Like, and I like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start calling people bugaboo.
I like that.
The best part of the song is this part though. It's like kind of like, I don't know if it's the bridge or the chorus. She's like, you make me want to throw my pager out the window. Tell MCI to cut the phone pole. Break my lease so I can move. Cause you a bugaboo, a bugaboo. I want to put your number on the call block. Have AOL make my email stop. Cause you a bugaboo. You bugging what? You bugging who? You bugging me. And you don't see it ain't cool. It's like she loves to talk about the phone pager and AOL. It is giving late 99 realness.
It is. AOL. And at the time, AOL was like, she said us.
She's like, I'm throwing my pager out the window. Tell MCI to cut the phone poles.
It was MCI.
It was like a big phone brand. Like it was like kind of like AT&T, Verizon. We're not from Texas, babe. You know, they're Houston girls.
Okay.
Through and through.
I love
Rotten
that.
through Texas.
Speaking of bugs, whatever happened to the jitterbug?
Do you
remember that little phone?
I think it's still around.
You think?
Jitterbug.
I think it was for old people. It had big buttons on it.
Someone's like 19, like, why do I have a jitterbug? Like, anyways, those were our songs of the week. You can find them for free on Spotify and YouTube, linked in the episode description.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening. If you haven't already, give us a 5-star rating. It really helps us out. Give us a little review. Tell us what you like about us. You can just tell us we're pretty, and that'll do.
Yeah.
5-star review.
And share the podcast with a friend. We love to see the community grow. And thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you next week. And with that being said,
Lights out, campers.